What's up, y'all? Um, if you don't know who I am or haven't watched any of my other videos, I'm just some dickhead on the internet, just documenting my progress, trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing. This isn't centered. There we go. I'm Grant. Hi. Um, yeah, man. Time to lock in. As a quick update, I recently left my job with no plan. Today, actually, technically yesterday, it's 1:40. Today-ish marks the month point of quitting my job with no plan. So I just wanted to do kind of a quick synopsis of where I stand in my situation, why I think I'm an idiot, why I think this is smart, and what I plan to do next. This is probably popping like crazy, maybe. So I quit my job at Volkswagen a month ago because I wanted to pursue. Why is this like, how is this uncentering itself? That makes no sense. It's just chilling. Anyways, I quit my job like a month ago because I have big dreams and I want to do cool stuff and I want to have that crazy lifestyle that everybody dreams about, right? And so it's like I was in a position where I had a lot going for me. I'm 19. I was making pretty decent money. And like I have two cars, motorcycle, my own place. Like, that's good, right? Sorry, I'm like gassing myself up. But like that's objectively good, right? But it was hindering me from my progress because something in my little cranium where there's a whole lot of nothing going on was telling me like, hey, you're doing good enough. And that was kind of holding me back. So, solution to that, do something really dumb, which is to just drop everything without a plan. I give them my 2 weeks because I'm a nice person. But drop everything without a plan and go all in on something. What that something is personal branding, which I don't even know what I'm talking about yet, but kind of marketing. And I haven't exactly been doing exactly what I want to be doing yet. I've got So a month in, I have 5 clients, sort of. They're kind of more friends that also have businesses that I'm doing like optimization stuff for, which is along the lines, but it's not like 100% yet. So we're still figuring things out, and I think that's fine. I kind of spent this past month just kind of fucking around and like wasting a bunch of time and catching up on stuff that I always missed out on because I was working 10, 11, 12-hour days at the dealership. But it's been like a lot of camping and photo shoots and riding the bike and just like making music with my buddy. And it's been great. It's been great. But hence the title, Time to Lock In. And what I mean by that is like I'm limited on time, right? Like I'm not a complete idiot, so I got like a little bit of savings. But that stuff doesn't last forever, right? And I would like to have this dream realized sooner than later because I don't want to be 60 and get to enjoy money then when I'm crippled and can't move anymore. Sorry if there's anybody 60 watching this, but I want to enjoy my money now, right? It's like I want to do all those crazy, fun, exciting things, and I want to experience everything, right? And getting there is a hard thing to do, believe it or not. That shit is hard to figure out, like what direction to take, like what steps are good, what steps are bad. And I don't know any of that stuff. So I'm here documenting it. I got to work on a lot of stuff, like YouTube, for example. This is my unedited channel. So hopefully I'll be posting like actually like, optimized stuff where I'm actually talking about like useful things. That's on the board for stuff I got to do. I just thought about the empty board behind me that I should probably be putting stuff on. But yeah. YouTube is on the board, branding business also on the board, but in the month span, let me kind of show you what I got going on here. Flip this around, check out the TikToker light. You won't really be able to see it. Oh, sorry, I was looking when I last posted a video. Anyways, this is stolen footage, so I have to get it off here at some point and put something else. But we got a website, it's not like super pretty or anything yet, but like basic ideas, we got the home page, we got this thing that's a quiz, right? Fun and interactive, you know, powered by Typeform. Anyways, quiz is basically something that you can fill out as a business owner, and it kind of helps me get an idea. This looks super weird with like just my mouth in the corner. Helps me get an idea of like where you stand as a brand and what things you want to accomplish. There's that. Got the services page, and I still need to like figure this all out. These are all stock images that I need to get rid of at some point and put actual stuff in there. Booking page is kind of broken at the moment. We'll fix it. Contact page, boom. And then the about page, I really got to get rid of this. I started this business like 2 years ago and then did nothing with it. Maybe it wasn't 2 years, maybe it was like 6 months or so. I don't know. No concept of time. Yeah, it's super ugly. We gotta scrap some of these. Anyways, we got that done, and then I can't really show like half of the stuff because it's got like client information on there. But we got Canvas page set up. Oh yeah, my super professional. I got my life manager here, dude. It's all my stuff in here. Anyways, let's open this up. Yeah, we got the. Sorry if this isn't centered. Yeah. Anyways, we got Notion set up, and then a bunch of like, majority of it is in Canva, which is kind of funny because I actually, can this please just like, it's not gonna be centered, is it? Close enough. How about now? All right. Anyways, I got most of my stuff kind of set up through Canva. And I do also have Photoshop, but Canva's been easier for like stuff that's not really important. So I mean, just like graphics and stuff for my website. And then I've also designed a couple logos for friends, which have been like super easy to do through there. But should probably get back on Photoshop at some point and InDesign and all that jazz and Illustrator. But that's kind of where we're at, right? Slowly figuring stuff out. We got website, planning on doing some like SEO optimization stuff. Also, like I got to figure out like a proper system, like a client journey, if that makes sense. There's millions of things to learn in business, right? And that's why not everybody's a business owner, is because like there's so many things that you don't expect, right? So I mean, like, it's not just getting an LLC and just like starting to do stuff. It's management of like so many things I have to pick up. It's like I'm starting to read about like what fonts convey what feelings, right? And that's stuff like you don't expect, and like, you know, arrangements for things for the website, like what's the best flow for the sort of thing. And then I have to pick up new skills like audio edit. I mean, I kind of already knew some of that stuff because of like FL Studio, but if I'm like making a video, right, you have to know video editing stuff. And like I was making a photo for one of like the brands that we've worked with page, and like my guy that I wanted in the photo, he didn't have like any good photos of himself, so I had to like, and again, I've already done this with like Photoshop and stuff in the past, but like I had to custom cut him out and try and match him to the background, and like, you know, he's not actually in the photo. And then like custom designing logo, and it's just it's a bunch of like stuff that you never expect, right? I really need to take a sip of this. I'm like super dehydrated. This stuff, by the way, West Coast, I think they're in Texas now. Used to work for Dutch Bros, cool company, but they make the best fucking sparkling water. So good. I'll drink this shit over LaCroix any day. Oh, it's like a McDonald's Sprite, dude. Anywho, what's the plan for the next month, right? Because I got this stuff figured out. Or I mean, I don't have it figured out at all, but like I've got some things done, right? The plan for the next month is to I have a meeting with a potential client tomorrow, and this is kind of like my first like, my strategy so far has been like doing stuff for free for people just to get experience, and it's been working pretty well actually, and they can't complain if they don't like it because it was free, right? But tomorrow's person I'm talking to is the first like paid client that'll actually be like all my bills, but probably like half for a month if we end up getting to that. I don't really know how to price yet, so it may be like worth way less or more. I don't know. That's another thing is like pricing as business owners. Like, how do I price this thing? What's the good point? Like, what offer do I present to them? Um, but yeah, anyways, that's kind of gonna be like my big project for the next month. Mostly, is I think the goal is kind of doing like stuff that I'm not exactly wanting to do. So like website setup and like running meta ads and that sort of stuff. And I don't really 100% want to be doing that sort of thing. I kind of want to be more of like a strategist, if that makes sense, and like giving people blueprints to like how to frame themselves for their company. Um, but this helps me gain perspective of what a real business actually needs in their current situation. So we're gonna ball out, do that, get the website fully finished, um, and then I want to start actually posting stuff. And I've been saying this so many times on YouTube. Um, just saying that like I want to post actually engaging content, and I have some of this process documented. It's just like it's super boring. I wrote up a script for it, and like it took me a full day to write the script, and I poured everything into it, right? And I thought it was pretty good. And then I filmed it, and then I started piecing it together, and I was like, this shit sucks. I wouldn't watch this, you know? Um, so that one's kind of still out there. And my philosophy that I've kind of taken on somewhat recently is doing B plus work, not for my business, but I've been a perfectionist my whole life. Like I always want everything to be perfect and pristine, no flaws, right? And I think that stopped me from even starting some things because I get so deep into trying to plan the thing and make it perfect before starting that like nothing ever gets done. One of the analogies that I heard about this is imagine there's a mountain and there's a dumbass on this side and there's a smart person on this side. The dumbass is going to just start climbing the fucking mountain, right, to get to the top because he's just like, that's the goal. The goal is to get to the top of the mountain. Smart person is going to start charting it out and learning about the terrain and seeing which path is going to make the most sense logistically, right? Um, but the dumb person is getting all the experience and falling off the fucking mountain and oh, okay, maybe don't step there, and he's figuring the shit out on his way to the top. By the time that this dude has the shit figured out, dumb person's already at the top of the mountain. This is like, sorry, um, but you get what I'm saying? Is it's like I've been catching. I've been realizing that like a lot of the stuff that I haven't done is because I've been so passionate about it and so deep into it that I want it to be perfect. And perfection is not what makes stuff happen. Like even working for Volkswagen for a short period of time and like the company that I worked at, the specific dealership, like I'd see problems on their website all the time and like stupid offers. I know I'm not the person to like, you know, I don't have that level. I'm not Volkswagen. I haven't been doing this for 100 years like they have. Not 100, but you know what I mean. Um, but like they seriously do make problems. Like if you're on the dealership side of things, like I'd see like, and I'd have to deal with this firsthand, like stuff that was priced like wrong. Like they straight up had it priced wrong on the website, or like they'd have some of the specs wrong on some of the vehicles. It would say like 6 speed. It would say 6 speed, right? And it was talking about 6 speed automatic, not 6 speed manual, right? Like stuff like that, like just small mistakes. But like overall, it's roughly B plus work, and that's what works. And I don't want to do that with my business. I want it to be like as good as it can be, but the A plus outcome is driving traffic to those people, and maybe the work is B plus just because that's what's going to drive people anyways, because it gets done in efficient time and it's done pretty dang good. Another thing that I heard is that what was the about to say J.K. Rowling, J.R.R. Tolkien. I'm pretty sure. Maybe it was another author. But he was such a perfectionist about his work. I'm pretty sure J.R.R. Tolkien's a dude. Again, I just saw this in some YouTube video, could be fake. But was so passionate about making his project perfect that one of his buddies just released the book for him. And then, obviously, Lord of the Rings from there. But yeah, I've just been doing a lot of like sitting around wanting things to be perfect. And I think just starting is like a good thing to do. Just going out there, balling out, figuring it out as you go, right? And that's been catching me with the YouTube thing. I haven't posted anything on the main channel in months, just because I wanted it to be perfect. So my plan is for the next month, I just want to release one video that's done to the best of my ability, and it should be out by the end of August. Like, regardless if it's good or not, just something out there, right? And then we'll go from there, and we'll figure it out, and we'll see what I did wrong and what I can change. And you learn some of those things just from writing the script itself. Like, I don't even know what style to go for. I don't know whether I want to lean into more educational or entertainment. Edutainment's kind of like, you can't really toe the line. One thing that I've kind of figured out is people usually stay the same for whatever niche they're in. Like, if you like cars, you're generally only going to want to see car content. And if you only like, I guess it's not like true, but like, if you consume one thing, you're going to want to consume more of it. Like, if you're a learning person, you're going to be spending most of your time, and your algorithm is mostly going to be about learning stuff. If you're a person that just enjoys going on YouTube for entertainment, which that's a lot of people, then you're mostly just going to have entertainment stuff on your YouTube algorithm. And that's kind of a problem for me, because I like both, and I like a lot of different things, and I want to try everything and be good at everything. And that's a hard thing. Like, where does that fit into the market, right? So a lot of things to figure out, and it's terrifying not having a source of income and like putting everything on the line, right? Not everything, but it's all over once once I like tell people that I'm doing this, right? So that's where I'm at. That is where I'm at. I'm gonna go all in and make this work one way or another, because I'm gonna go homeless if I don't. But yeah, it's fun. It's a journey, and the corny thing that everybody says is, enjoy the journey, not the goal, right? Just enjoy the fun of the ride. So that's what I'm trying to do, and it's stressful. But if you look back on any situation you've ever been in your life, maybe not stuff like, like being abused or something like that what's stressful, not that sort of stuff. But what I mean is, like, if you've ever played a sport and you went through a tough time and then you ended up figuring it out, or even if you went through a rough relationship or something like that and it was rough, if you've grown as a person, you look back on that stuff and laugh and be like, oh, that kind of shaped me into the person I am today. But it was fun, right? Even if it sucked. But you get what I'm playing at, right? Those experiences shape you. So it's tough, but we're going to figure out a path and enjoy it and document it on here while we go. So that's all I got. Take care.